Hello everyone. Hey, how you doing? This is a little update video on the 𝗬𝗂𝗏533 project because that project's failed, and more than likely due to me and the YouTube influence of that project. I know there's at least 4 other kingdoms where I get notifications, and I don't know how true it is because I haven't actually gone and looked, where they applied the rules we stuck up on the website and it's working for them. That's the report back I got. Like I said, I haven't checked or verified that. I want to believe it, but in my kingdom, I hadn't been on in a month and I got told how everybody hates me and I'm just being a dictator and telling everybody what to do. And what it really come down to was 2 people who had a thought and an idea, and they ginned up the hate. But I have the unique problem in my kingdom of these YouTube trolls who are a unique type of troll. They build accounts in like dozens of freaking alliances. I have spent the better part of 4 days sending scouts and things and watching how instantly some of the reactions are, knowing that certain trolls are monitoring all the time. It allows me to find out the trolls. Not to a precision, but it can be mathematically figured out where and what I'm dealing with. But we had an agreement between the IPI leader named Mike and Chels that we were going to use the King's Challenge for training. You guys watched the live training. If you watched the last one, it was only an hour and a half long because it had to be cut short because crap started off. Now, as you know, if you've been a follower there, I've given castles away before. The $3,000 that I spent on the castle I got in 533, it was my intention to get past that first KVK. But I got told I quit the game, and that I had no intentions on doing what I was doing, and therefore they had the one guy that I let coin up above me because I trusted his word, use that mistrust that he's had in the background to come in there and just disrupt. Some things that we found out, you know, and anybody that's played the game for a while knows that people weren't ready. And that's one of the reasons we were trying to do training. We knew people weren't going to be ready for this type of combat. The new R5 of RRG is in control of that alliance now. I'm not going to be a part of that alliance anymore. I feel that the 2 R5s who lied to me personally. They did not lie to the kingdom. They keep using we, they, and other straw man arguments. But at the end of the day, when you're holding a discussion with them, they play the liberal game of, I'm going to insult you, and then I'm going to change the subject. And then I'm going to turn around, and if that's not working, then I'm going to say nice things about you. Oh, we all respect you. I don't care. The goal here is business related and a challenge that the game's had for 3 years, in that the game suffers from worthless little humans whose lives suck, but they have a device in front of their hand that they can do this with all the hate that they can muster in their face and make their lives feel better, while other people conspire to get that victory feeling. And that's what these 2 did. So at this point, I'm about to destroy what I built over there. Because the intent on the $3,000 that I spent on the castle was I was going to do a castle giveaway after the first KVK. That was going to be my summer fundraiser for the charity work. Just like we did, we gave away I hadn't bought Splendor for the castle yet, but I was going to. Probably won't now. Like I did the last castle, I made sure Splendor and all that stuff was on there so that whoever won it didn't have to be a coiner to be active. I mean, you guys know how I set that up last time. So the 533 is failed. And they're going to use me saying those words as a reason to band together and be anti-gun muse. Okay, and I'm still going to burn anybody that cooperates with liars and thieves. Because the way I look at this is, even though they think they had valid reasons, they decided I quit, they knew I quit, the thought was already in their head. And I'm not supposed to know that. I'm not supposed to know that you didn't instantly decide within a few seconds to destroy everything that you agreed to. Because if you did, then your word means nothing ever to anyone. Because all you're doing when you give your word is trying to buy time until you can get a better deal. You're Democrats. We're going to tell you whatever you want to hear. What just happened? I don't know what to do about that. I can't help the fact that you learned or were trained that your word should mean nothing in this world. I don't know what to do about that other than to teach you there's consequences to your actions. To me, this is a business that feeds my charity. It's not a secret. For people to come in yesterday telling me they've watched hundreds of my videos, and then you know it's not a secret. The #1 video on my page is about contributing money to my charity. So apparently you missed that. It's a sudden and ongoing surprise to people that when they're screwing me over, they're screwing that over. And I'm going to be offended by that. But what really gets me down into the chase of this thing, it's like a 5-year-old that you're trying to get an explanation from as to why they just took a dump on the coffee table. You're trying to find out the reason to the logic that they, for some reason, was on the coffee table taking a crap. And when you ask the question, they go, well, you say there's crap all over the coffee table all the time. Well, I guess I did. You know, because they took the word to mean what they wanted the word to mean at the time they wanted to do something. And didn't put that word into context. And it's the reason I hate the texting system. It's the reason we put the TeamSpeak out. It's the reason I don't like the Discord. The Discord allows people to throw these trash pictures up, these memes. Everybody talks about not dogging into politics. When you cut everything down to a picture or a few words that you cannot explain in depth with your meaning behind them, you are not having a conversation. So they know how to get a hold of me. They've known how to get a hold of me. They are telling lies to their people that they've been trying to get a hold of me. Fact of the matter is, I haven't been on. I had somebody else even running my account. They do not know how blatant their lies were. So in other words, they've been thinking about it for a long time. They've been doing it. And so now I'm going to start my new little series during the strike here. And it's going to be the drama of the day. I'm just going to burn somebody on film. I may not do it daily. I probably won't do it daily. Honestly, I don't like to play that way. I can't even stand the way I have to talk in KC just to wind these people up till they out themselves so that I know that I'm on the right track. I do not recommend other people try that tactic. You've got to be paying attention to several layers of a conversation to pull that off. But for those in RRG and that follow me, what I'm doing is I am what you're seeing here. I don't like, but I can be what they are just to the point that they react. And that's what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get to that natural reaction to make them say something that I know they're hiding and they don't know, and they just don't realize they're about to blurt it out. I needed them to act without thinking, because that's what they did before. When they put their thoughts in motion, they acted without thinking about the next consequences. Well, the next step for K533 and why I hadn't done the castle giveaways or done any of the videos on it yet was we were going to get through that first KVK because it was going to be a disaster. Kingdom's not ready. They don't have enough troops. People aren't building up enough. They don't have the proper formations. And quite frankly, we still haven't gotten over people being an individual enough not to succumb in game to the fear of someone coining. Right now, the largest stat guy in the kingdom, he decided who was going to be the next person in charge and telling everybody that they wanted it. No one asked him. And his new excuse was, well, I set up a room for your alliance on Discord. I have a $400,000 a year website. I set up a chat so that no one had to be in some secret room that you needed to know the access to, and that there's nothing in game that needs to be hidden. So why can't it be public? Quite frankly, I wanted it public hoping people's manners would improve. There's method to my madness, guys, but they hadn't seen the depth of the madness. You can call it paranoia, narcissism, whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to call it penance for your actions. All right? Woohoo, Bubba, and out.